How are you, students? So, today we will discuss our sixth chapter, that is physical activity and leadership training. In this, we will cover certain topics. First is concept of physical activity and inactivity. Second, leadership qualities and role of a leader. Next, behavior changes stages for physical activities: pre contemplation, contemplation, planning, active, and maintenance. Next, creating leaders through physical education. Next, meaning, objective, and types of adventure sports: rock climbing, trekking, river rafting, mountaineering, surfing, and paragliding. And the last is safety measures during physical activity and adventure sports. Under this, first today we will discuss about the first topic, first subtopic, that is concept of physical activity and inactivity. Before proceeding to our topics, we will discuss a short introduction. There are various physical activities such as walking, running, climbing, gardening, playing any game, dancing, yogic exercises, etc., which provide courage as well as joy to participate and joy for participants. Those individuals who take part in such physical activities get ample opportunities to develop leadership qualities. It can be started in early years, and that is, such activities are helpful in providing leadership training. So, in short, we can say that the normal physical activity in physical activity in daily day to day life is walking, running, climbing, gardening, playing any game, playing with the friends, recreational games, dancing, yoga exercises are a part of physical activities. These type of activities which provide courage as well as joy, courage and joy for the participants who are enjoying, who are doing this kind of activities. And those individuals who take part in physical activities get ample opportunity to develop their leadership qualities also. Because if you are able to do physical activities perfectly and you are able to um, give them a proper knowledge or teach them, so you will become, your chances of become a leader and your leadership quality will developed, and the chances will more to become or to develop a leadership quality. So it can be stated that such physical activities and such type of activities are helpful in providing leadership trainings also. So this is very useful for day to day life and for leadership trainings. So now we will discuss about the concept of physical activity and inactivity. Physical activity is defined as any bodily movement produced by skeletal muscles that requires energy expenditure. In other words, physical activity is any body movement that works our muscles and require more energy than resting. Physical activity can also be defined as any movement of the body that requires energy expenditure. In fact, this includes any motion one performs throughout the day, excluding sitting still or lying down. Physical activity simply means any movement of the body that uses energy. Walking, gardening, climbing, climbing the stairs, playing any game, dancing, running, swimming, yoga, or cleaning the house can be considered the best example of physical activities. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, physical activity generally refers to movement that enhances health. Indeed, physical activity occurs when your muscles contract to make your body move. Here, it is more significant for us to know the difference between exercise and physical activity. In fact, exercise is a type of physical activity, but not every physical activity is an exercise. As a matter of fact, exercise is a planned, structured, and a respective activity for the purpose of enhancing or maintaining physical fitness. It is actually a subcategory of physical activity. So, physical activity is whatever you are doing in day to day life. It is a bodily movement, that bodily movement which can be possible through skeletal muscles, and skeletal muscles gives you energy, because in any work except lying down and sitting still, any work is require energy, and that energy will be provided by skeletal muscles. Energy expenditure is possible in every action, every movement of your body, like swimming, playing, dancing, climbing stairs, gardening, or day to day household work, dusting, cleaning of house. All kind of work requires energy, and all kind of works are included in physical activities except sitting still and lying down. So, according to Department of Health and Human Services, physical activity generally refers to movement that enhances health. That means physical activity is refers to the movement, and that movement is enhances the health. So, so this definition clearly said that the physical activity gives the movement which enhances the health. Physical activity occurs when your muscles contract and make your body move. Physical movement, physical activity is only possible when your muscles will contract and they will make any movement, your body movement. It is more significant for us to know the difference between, there is a big difference between physical activity and physical exercise. Physical exercise or exercise is a part of physical activity. Exercise is a type of physical activity, but every physical activity is not exercise. Suppose your mother is doing household work, So it's not exercise, it is physical activity. If you are dancing, it's not exercise, it's physical activity. If your grandparents are involved in gardening, or if they are doing gardening, so it is not exercise, it is physical activity. If your father is washing your car or your bike or your bicycle, and you also, if you are cleaning your bicycle or washing your bicycle or dusting your room, so it is not exercise, but it is physical activity, because your muscles are contracting, and because of muscles contraction, your body movement is possible. But it is not systematic, it is not well planned. That's why it is not exercise, it is physical activity. So whatever activity, whatever movement which requires a body movement, where your body is moving, like your hands, legs, or your upper body, your lower body, your neck, so that includes in physical activity. But it is not exercise, because exercise is planned activity, structured activity, and respective activity for some purpose, or maintaining or enhancing a physical fitness health. So it is a big difference between exercise and physical activity, although exercise is a part of physical activity, and all the physical activity is not exercise. So it can be clearly, you should know the difference between exercise and physical activity. So this is all about the concept of physical activity. Now we will discuss about the types of physical activity. There are various types of physical activities which are beneficial for each and every one. These activities are described. First is lifestyle physical activity. In lifestyle physical activity are those activities which are performed by us, because there are these are the part of our daily life. These activities include walking to school or working place, cycling, gardening, doing housework, and any work that is a part of our job. These activities are also called moderate activities, because the intensity with which these are done is not too easy and not too difficult. Adult should do these activities for at least 30 minutes or more each day. These activities reduce the risk of diseases and help in maintaining a healthy body weight. Lifestyle physical activities or moderate activities are main, uh, are sometimes called lifetime activities, because one performs these activities during teens, adulthood, and so on. So this is called lifetime activities. So in lifestyle physical activities, it clearly, the heading shows you the clearly meaning of this lifestyle physical activity, which includes your daily, it is a daily life, and it is a part of your daily life. In these activities, in these activity, some example I will give you, that is walking to school or walking to some working place, cycling, gardening, doing housework, and any work that is a part of your job. That your mama is getting up in the morning, cooking food for you, getting help in getting ready, arranging your things, then cleaning the house, then washing the clothes, then prepare lunch for you and the family, then again washing the utensils, then preparing tea in the evening or some beverages for you and your family, and then in the night, at the night, they will prepare a dinner, and then again washing the clothes, washing the utensils and all, cleaning the kitchen, and then, so this is, this all these jobs are, all these work is a part of her job that she is doing daily. So this is their lifestyle, lifestyle physical activity. Like your father, he gets up in the morning, then he arranging the things for the office, cleaning, ironing the clothes, then polishing the shoes, then cleaning the vehicle, then doing some exercise, then cleaning the backyard or front yard, then going for office, like for by walking, or if he going by metro or bus, so from that particular place he has to reach by walking and all, then sitting in the office doing works, rushing to the behind the buses and trains and all, then come back. So this is, these all physical activities are part of your father's job. Likewise, yours, you're getting ready in the morning, rushing to the school by walking, cycling, playing in the school, doing work, running in the on the stairs, running on the corridors, playing with your friends, enjoy in games period, then come back to home, then rushing for the tuition classes, then come back, playing for evening, then these all are the part of your job. So what I try to say, that which activity that you are doing daily and which needs at least 30 minutes, so this is called moderate activities, because these activities are not too less, their intensity is not, it's not too easy and not too difficult, it is moderate. That's why this is, it is also called moderate activities, because their intensity is not too easy and not too difficult, because it's day to day life. And sometimes it is also called like lifetime activities, because it's a part of your daily job. And it these jobs, these type of activities are performed by teens, adulthood, and old age. So like this. Now next is vigorous physical activities. Vigorous physical activities are those activities that use more energy in comparison to moderate or lifestyle activities. These activities are good for enhancing physical fitness, especially cardiovascular fitness. These activities also provide health benefits that are equal to those derived by moderate or lifestyle activities. Such activities include active aerobics or active sports and recreation, such as dancing, swimming, water aerobics, jogging, running, tennis, basketball, badminton, volleyball, football, hiking, trekking, etc. These activities make one's heartbeat faster and make one breathe faster than normal. So this is called vigorous physical activities, which involves more energy in comparison to moderate, and these activities are good for enhancing your physical fitness, especially your cardiovascular fitness, and it will improve your health. It will provide you health benefits that are included in your day to day life. And these type of activities are like swimming, water aerobics, jogging, running, playing any particular game, trekking, hiking, etc. Because these activities make one's heartbeat faster and make one breath faster than normal. Their breath breath rate is faster, one breath faster than normal. So this is vigorous physical activities. Next is muscle strengthening physical activities. These activities build up strength. These include lifting weight, push-ups on the floor, sit-ups, working with resistance band, pilates, etc. So these are called muscle strengthening, which kind this these type of activities which build up your strength. And this is like weight trainings, lifting weights, push ups on the floor, sit ups, working with resistant band, and all. Next is flexibility enhancing physical exercise activities. These physical activities ensure a good range of movement in the joint. These includes stretching, pilates, yoga, etc. In physical enhancing activities, which ensures the good range of movement of your joints. That means if you are doing this kind of activity, your range of movement of joint will increase. So stretching exercises, yoga is pilates are the examples of flexibility enhancing activities. So this is all about the concept of physical activity and types of physical activity. Now we will discuss about the concept of physical inactivity. Physical inactivity is a term used to identify the individual who do not get the recommended level of regular physical activity. For proper cardiovascular fitness, 30 to 60 minutes of aerobic exercise 3 to 4 times per week is usually recommended. Indeed, if we do not engage ourselves in moderate activities such as pleasure walking, climbing stairs, gardening, moderate to heavy housework, dancing, home exercise, etc., then we are called inactive individual. So, as the name clearly mentioned, inactive, physical inactivity. So, if we are not doing any work which involve in physical activity, like pleasure walking, climbing stairs, gardening, moderate to heavy household work, dancing, home exercises, yoga, so these are called physical inactivity. Because according to physical experts, at least 30 to 60 minutes of aerobic exercise, and it should be done for 3 to 4 times per week is recommended for every individual. And if we are not involved, if we are not engaged ourselves in this type of activities, it is called physical inactivity. And physical inactivity increases many kind of diseases, problems, and all. So physical inactivity can add the feeling of anxiety and depression. It may increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, hypertension, breast or colon cancer, obesity, etc. It can be said that physical inactivity can have serious implications on people's health. Approximately 2 millions deaths per year are attributed to physical inactivity. As a matter of fact, physical inactivity has been identified as the fourth leading risk factor for 6% death globally. The alarming level of physical inactivity are partially owing to insufficient participation in physical activity during leisure time and an increase in sedentary behavior during professional and domestic activities. In addition to these reasons, lack of time, support, lack of option, lack of motivation, and an increase in the use of passive modes of transportation reduce physical activity level. Certain other environmental factors such as high density traffic, low air quality, violence, pollution, lack of parks, sports, and such a high density traffic, recreational facilities discourage participation in physical activity to a certain extent. If we want to get rid of physical inactivity, we will have to create awareness in public regarding the consequences of physical inactivity in the form of various diseases such as cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, obesity, diabetes, depression, anxiety, etc. The public should encourage to be physically active at least 150 minutes per week. Healthy environment should be created as it also makes it easier to be physically active both at domestic and professional spaces. So, in explanation, physical activity, I have already told you, if you are not doing any physical work, walking, running, climbing stairs, dancing, home exercise, home housework, so this is called physical activity. And according to WHO, at least one should do 30 to 60 minutes for 3 to 4 times in a week is required for involved in physical activity. If you are not doing this, so you are in physical inactivity. Now the consequences of physical inactivity. Also, it's what's obvious and it's general. If you are not doing any physical work, you may lead to anxiety and depression, and also you may lead to some kind of diseases like cardiovascular diseases, heart diseases, diabetes, hypertension, breast and colon cancer, obesity, etc. So these are the life threats diseases. So you may lead to this kind of diseases, and inactivity can have serious implications on people's health also. So approximately 2 million deaths per year on can have serious implement in a year are done due to the reason of physical inactivity. So physical inactivity has been identified for the fourth leading risk factor of 6% death globally. So how would you know What are the symptoms of physical inactivity? You are partially owing to significant participation in physical inactivity during leisure time, and you are you will increase the sedentary behavior. You will love to sit, not to do any kind of work in during your professional or in domestic activities. Lack of time, you are preferring transport instead of walking. So these all are the consequences. Now the awareness. So by get rid of physical inactivity, we have to create awareness among the public regarding consequences of physical inactivity, about the diseases which I have we have already mentioned, like hyperactivity and obesity, hypertension, anxiety, and all. So we should encourage the society or the people to do at least 150 minutes physical work per week to stay fit, healthy, and create a fit uh, citizen to society. So, physical activity both at domestic and professional spaces are beneficial. It so we may encourage the society to indulge ourselves in physical activity, and at least we should know that the consequences of physical inactivity, and we will do 150 minutes of physical activity per week to stay fit, healthy, and energetic, energize, and physically active. And also it's easier to make physically fit and active for professional and domestic life. Thank you and have a nice day.